It's your boy, back again with my spoiler review of The Acolyte, episode 4, Day. To me, episode was good. I really enjoyed it. It went so fast that I was like, wow. It left me, again, obviously left us with like the cliffhanger, like a, oh my God moment. But I'll get to towards the end. But overall, like I said, the episode was really good. I really enjoyed that we got to see Kilanaka. It was, very short, but at least we got to see Kilanaka, the planet Kafar, and you see inside Kilanaka's house. But the unique part about that when they were going through Kilanaka's house is that you see a lot of the symbols. And those same symbols are the symbols from the witches from Brindok. So to me, it got me thinking, okay, why does Kilanaga have those symbols in his house? And two, was Kilanaga possessed by the witch to kill the other witches? It's just something that I thought of when I saw those symbols. I was like, yo, those symbols are the same ones that were like in the mother, her forehead. So I'm like, wait, what's going on? So that was kind of unique. Then we get a moment between May and Kamar. They landed on the planet of Kafar. So obviously they're going after Kilanaka. And we keep on getting that, we have to kill a Jedi without a weapon. That's like her last test. And the part that kind of gets me to think that Kamar is either the man behind the mask or could be the master. We don't know if it's the master or the apprentice, but Kamar knows too much. And he keeps on insisting that she must kill a Jedi without a weapon. Why? Another part in that scene between them is that May was ready to go. Like they landed, she put her gear on, she's like, I'm ready to go. And he's like, wait, like, hold up. Like, this planet is dangerous. That even bounty hunters are afraid to come here. But then May goes back to him and says, "Oh, but you've been here." And he's like, "Yes." So if bounty hunters are afraid to go to that planet, but Kamar just this is how many times does he visit this planet? How many times has he been there? So again, that kind of raised, you know, he is more of importance. So again, either the man behind the mask or the master, but Kamar is more than what we know, right? Cool. We get that. We get to go back to Coruscant. In Coruscant, we see Osha saying bye to Jackie, and again, telling that story that she doesn't want to be a Jedi. She doesn't want anything to do anything. She just wants to leave. We did get Kiara Mundi in the scene, which I believe is Kiara Mundi. The only person with the big head that we know. But there was a scene that again is very interesting that nobody knows. None of the Jedi Masters in that group meeting know what happened 16 years ago. The only person to me that knows is Soul, right? And there's something there with Soul because Vanestra was like very upset, like, how did we not know that she was alive? They're really interested in May, and even I believe it was Kiara Mundi that said we need to take this to the High Council. And Vanessa was like, no, she doesn't want to take it to the High Council because obviously she don't want to look bad. And if you take it to the High Council, there's going to be a lot more questions to be answered and a lot more investigating, right? And then again, very interesting that you see Soul's like, let me handle it, let me handle it. Why does he want to handle it so much? Does he have guilt? Is he trying to hide something? Because they have plenty of Jedis. They could send a whole bunch of Jedis to go after May and bring her in. But why Soul trying to be the only person to do it? So that's a very interesting part there as well. In that whole scene, we get Osha and Soul, and she's trying to say bye, but Soul's like, "Hey, I need you," and she jumps the gun. She's like, "You want me to be a Jedi again?" So she's kind of playing off that she doesn't want anything to do with the Jedi. She left it. She's happy being a mechanic, but it seems like she, after she came back and sees Saul and see Jackie and getting Yord and getting all these feelings again, maybe she wants to be a Jedi again. So that's what I got from that moment because Saul looked at her like, no, I just want you to be a part of this mission. We need you. We're gonna go after your sister. So that was very interesting. And then the episodes now starts cooking because we get a whole bunch of Jedi's with Saul in that mission. I think if I can remember, there's at least nine, at least 8 or 9 of them. And that's where we get the scene where we've seen in trailers of all these Jedi's arriving, looking at the forest, and that's basically Kafar. So they're in Kafar, and so now you have them going to Kafar to go for Kilanaka because they know Kilanaka is going to be the next person in line for May to kill. But them not knowing that May and Kamar is already there. So that's a cool part. Now you have like two different kind of groups going after Kilanaka. One is trying to kill Kilanaka, the other one is trying to warn Kilanaka. So we get that. We get introduced to a new character called uh, Basil. I don't know. It looks like an otter. I don't know. But that character, I guess, is a tracker. So Yord gives him, I guess, some type of robe or material that Kilanaka was wearing. So like, here, go track him. So that was an okay moment. I really don't care about the character. I guess they used that. You need some type of cute factor in the show to connect with even kids. If kids is watching this show, uh, I couldn't care less. I mean, like you really need a tracker. You guys cannot feel Kilanaka. You guys don't know, but whatever. Cool. They do that. Another interesting part. So they cut to the scene where you see Kamar and May, they're running, and May stops. She's like, wait, wait, wait. I need to catch my breath. And Kamar's like, no, no, come on, come on. You could do it. Keep on going. He's like really pushing her to do this. She needs a break. She's like, I am going to go ahead and fight, a Jedi Master. I think I need some rest. Then she starts thinking about the last thing, her last quest, her last test is to kill a Jedi with no weapon. But how do you kill someone that's unarmed? And now she starts thinking about, is that the right thing to do? And she now starts having second thoughts. But when she's having these second thoughts, Kamar says, all right, don't worry about it. Rest. I'm gonna go get some water. Then she does something that was pretty cool in the episode. She pretends like she's in trouble, and she starts screaming, and Kamar hears it and starts running and gets trapped, just like Han and what's his name, Chewbacca gets trapped in the Empire, not Empire, Return of the Jedi. He gets trapped just like that, and I'm like, wow, he didn't see that coming, unless again trying to play dummy or whatever. He didn't sense that trap. He got caught, and then May comes out and looks at him and says, no, I'm not gonna do this no more. That last test doesn't make sense. It's not right. I'm just gonna go turn myself in. I'm gonna go to Kilanaka and tell him everything. And Kamara's like, no, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. And in that scene, you makes us feel like, okay, well, he's not the man behind the mask. He's not the master. You know, he's just a regular henchman, right? But I'm gonna bring him back up because she leaves him, right? Leaves him hanging, and now she goes to go see Kilanaka. Now we get one of the shock factors of this episode, which was like, man, really? At the end of the day, we know that everybody in this show is gonna die. Come on. Well, except for Mundi, we seen him in episode 1 and all that stuff, but we know a lot of these people are gonna die. There's 100 years, 80 years, whatever, before the events of episode 1. A lot of these people don't live. But we're introduced to another Jedi Wookiee, and when May gets to Killanaka's house, my man sliced up, he's dead. And she knows those markings on Killanaka's body. Automatically she goes, "Oh my god, he's here." So now the man behind the mask is here. At that same time she arrives, I automatically thought like, "Oh, the Jedis are gonna pull up to Killanaka's house. They're gonna see Killanaka dead by a lightsaber, and they're gonna think that May did it." Kind of like the whole kind of setup deal. And Osha's with them. So Osha's with the Jedi crew, but she's falling behind. She's letting them go ahead, falling behind. So in that moment, we see something from afar, from like basically gliding down behind Osha, and that's the man with the mask. So we get another moment in that episode where we find out Killanaka's dead. You're like, damn. And then now you got the man behind the mask behind Osha. Osha turns around and she just stays still. Like she's in shock. And the man behind the mask gets right to her face and turns on the red lightsaber. And wow, that was a moment. So in that time, I thought, here we go. We're gonna have another Sabine moment where Osha gets stabbed in the stomach and then somehow she survives. But my man Qui-Gon doesn't survive. I don't know. It still gets me upset. I'm sorry. But it doesn't happen. Soul's like, Osha, run. And the power that the man behind the mask has, wow. My man just with flings Osha with 2 fingers. And now all the 8 Jedis with their lightsabers are gonna go try to attack the man behind the mask, and he just pushes all of them away. Wow. What a way to end the episode. I was literally at the edge of my seat and like, here we go. Action time. We're gonna see this. And they end the episode that way. So again, I thought the episode was really good. I'm excited for episode 5 to see what happens. Again, I'm not saying that this episode and the other 3 episodes don't have moments where I'm like, really? But I see the story, behind, if you think there's bad acting behind you think if it's bad costumes, whatever, props, the digital work, the way the lightsabers look, behind all that, there is a story there that's pretty interesting, right? I'm in it, right? I want to know who the man behind the mask is. There's so many different theories, so many like things that pop in my head that, well, the man behind the mask could be Kamar. Because remember, Kamar was left behind. If he was truly the man behind the mask, he would have waited until May ran away and then cut himself loose, get back in his helmet and suit and clothing, and then hover behind, right? Because he was behind all of them. But then it doesn't explain, but it kind of does explain. Sorry, I said it doesn't explain, but it does explain because he said he's been to the planet before. And Kamara was really rushing her, like, come on, come on, come on, you could do it, you could do it. Let's go, come on. But then Kananaka's dead. So did Kamara do that before? When he arrived the first time to the planet, kill him? Like, this is all of a setup to make May look like the person that killed Kalanaka. A lot of things. Another kind of wild theory is that Kamar is the kind of puppet, right? The person that's doing things for the man behind the mask, and the man behind the mask is not really a man; it's the mother. The mother possessed Kilanaka to kill all the witches, and then uh Kilanaka fought, or Torben saw Kilanaka what he was doing. They fought each other, right? And then she's the only sole survivor of the witches, and she becomes, the man behind the mask. That's another theory, right? So many things, but that's the cool part. Regardless if we think this show is the best, it's not gonna beat the Skywalker saga, right? It's not better than Luke, it's not better than Anakin, it's not better than Obi-Wan. We already know that, you know? It's not better than to me, it's not even better than Phantom Menace, right? It's not better than my boy right here, Maul. We know that. But it's an interesting story. And I'm gonna write it up. So I think overall, again, show was really good. I hope you guys enjoy my spoiler review. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys agree on some of my theories? Do you guys agree that this episode was good? It's fine. I rate everybody's comments. I receive positive, negative comments, and neutral comments. It's fine. At the end of the day, we're getting Star Wars content, and I'm really looking forward to episode 5. So let me know if you're also looking forward to episode 5. Please hit that like button. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. I do a lot of reviews, reactions, unboxings of Star Wars collectibles, and your boy is going to Chicago this year to see not only Mark Hamill, but Hayden Christensen, father and son. So that will be on this channel as well. So you might want to subscribe. And if you like reviews like this, then maybe, just maybe, you'll like this one. Go ahead and click on it. Peace.